What's going on there, guys? It's MrDarkPhoenix here with my Holy Trinity, Batman, Superman, and Spider-Man, bringing you guys another much-asked-for MrDarkPhoenix Q&A. If this is the first time you're catching my channel, please hit subscribe. I post weekly content. I review Gotham and Supergirl, The Flash, Arrow, Teen Wolf 5B, Game of Thrones, Arrow, all that good stuff. I don't want you guys to miss out on anything. I do a lot of other fun videos. I do Q&As. I post my theory show every Wednesday. So, like I said, if you haven't already, hit subscribe. I don't want you guys to miss out on anything. It's really good content. These are going to be questions that I've gotten across various forms of social media. So without further ado, let's jump right on into my newest Q&A with me, MrDarkPhoenix, and my Holy Trinity. Princess Oshawott on my Facebook page asked me what got me into comic books. I was always a nerdy kid. I always loved TV and movies, and I always loved video games and stuff like that. So when I first read comics, I read comic books sporadically when I was a kid until I got back into them because of Civil War. And I just love the idea of just reading comic books. I love the idea of putting myself in characters' perspectives, and I just love giving them different voices and some certain reasons about why they do what they do, or why they do what they do. I love reading comics like Suicide Squad, where it's like they're bad guys but they're good, and I love reading like Superman and Supergirl because like they represent so much of a great humanity. I love reading Deadpool because it's pretty much all the same funny stuff I would do had I been on my adventures. And I just loved reading comics. And as you all know, MrDarkPhoenix, when I read all the Jean Grey stuff, when I read the X-Men stuff when I was younger, she was always one of my favorite characters because she was a lot like me when I was younger. She was quiet and to herself, and she didn't really make her mark on society or to her teammates until the Phoenix came and took her over, and it was like it amplified everything that she could have been, and that's what I feel like happened to me. Once I got into high school, I was still quiet and all that stuff, and then I've got a newfound form of energy, and I have really good friends that help me break out of that shell, and I'm the best that I can be. I'm always improving, and that's pretty much why I love comics and why I love Jean Grey. To talk comics is one of my favorite things to do. Abby's asked me how much do I love Beast, because she's my coworker. She's amazing. She has like 1 billion tattoos, and she's amazing. Maybe I'll bring her on here one day so you guys can see her. And she said, how much do I love Beast? Obvi, I love Beast like so much, because she's Beast and I'm Beauty, because obviously, obvi, right? Like, this is the face of a beauty right here. So, infinity times infinity plus 1. That's how much I love my Beast. One of my old high school schoolers once asked me, have I been doing comics since I was in Bound? No. I read comics in Bound. What am I talking about? Yes, I did. I just didn't do it online or do YouTube stuff until afterwards. So, I did run the video game club, and I would always talk to a certain dean about comic books. Everybody thought I always got in trouble, but really me and him were just talking comics all day. So that's pretty much all the good stuff we do. JT Tucker, who is awesome, he's like my little munchkin fan. I love him, he loves me. MrDarkPhoenix's favorite Joker portrayal between Cesar Romero, Jack Nicholson, Mark Hamill, and Heath Ledger. I've always told people this. I always feel like the Joker is a blank slate of a character where the director and the actor choose to portray him in the way that they see fit, and no matter how you portray him, you are always going to get something about his personality spot on. Cesar Romero was the clown. He's the funny guy. Funny. Jack Nicholson was the gangster. Like, he does what he wants. Mark Hamill is the voice that we all know and love, and Heath Ledger was the anarchist, the one that wanted to spread chaos. And those are all different portrayals of the Joker. When we get Jared Leto's Joker for Suicide Squad, it's gonna be he seems like the psychopath right now, just from the trailers. And when we get his portrayal, I feel like all of them combined are going to be what the Joker is. And anybody else that does it in the future is always going to portray him in that light. So I love them all equally, but if I had to pick one that's had the biggest impact on me, it's a tie between Mark Hamill and Heath Ledger. Those are always going to be my two favorites. Fuck, marry, kill, Gwen Stacy, Mary Jane, or Black Cat. See, one of them bitches dies anyway. So now I'm just freaking torn. I'm gonna kill MJ. I'm gonna kill MJ. I'm going to... I'm gonna marry Black Cat because Felicia rich as fuck, and I'm gonna fuck Gwen Stacy and probably break her back and kill her anyway. I feel like she's one of those characters where she's just meant to die. So, there you have that, I guess. If that bitch still winds up dead even after I fuck, I'm gonna be very upset. But Black Cat got money, so she's a hero for hire. Magical Doctor face-off between Dr. Fate and Doctor Strange. Dr. Fate's got like the Order and shit on his side, and Doctor Strange has done some pretty impossible things. I gotta leave this one at a tie, because I love them both so much, and even I don't know the main differences between them. Comment down below who you guys think wins between Dr. Fate and Doctor Strange. I would love to hear your guys' opinion on that. If Mr. Dark Phoenix could have a one-nighter with one character from each comic book universe, who would I pick and why? Just a one-nighter? Just like straight like wham bam, thank you ma'am, bye. That's a good question. Dick Grayson, Roy Harper. I definitely want to say, just because I want to say Harley, but I'm afraid she'll kill my ass. Just because I'm really afraid of it. I'm gonna say I'm definitely gonna leave it at Roy and Nightwing. But for Marvel, Spider-Man, because I feel like that'd be fun. Good job, buddy. Felicity, because she's now a comic book character, so yeah, that can all happen. For comic book characters, oh man. I want to say Black Widow because of what Scarlett Johansson's done to the character. And, oh God, Scarlet Witch is way too crazy for my taste. Although I could probably manipulate her, so that'd be all okay. I wouldn't want Jean to be a one-nighter. I would, like, marry her. So, we can leave it at that. But, yeah, I'm going to leave it at those. I can't think of any more on the spot right now. Okay. Oh, and Archangel. Definitely Archangel, yeah. I'll definitely include him, too. If I had a DeLorean, would I go forward or back in time, and where would I go? I would definitely go forward to see all these comic book movies. I would do anything to go forward in time to see these movies. The only thing is I would definitely have to have some way to erase my memory, because I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be able to take that knowledge back with me to this present time, because I would make a bunch of more theory videos about what's going to happen. And they'd be like, oh my god, you called it. Like, yeah, I called it, because I'm Dark Phoenix. But if I can go back in time, I would just go back in time to buy stuff. Like, I wouldn't change anything that's happened to me. Everything that's happened, the good and the bad and the ugly, have shaped me as to who I am today. So why would I want to manipulate fate and change how awesome I am and what I mean to you guys by going back in time to change some stuff? I just want to buy some stuff. I want to buy some Action Comics #1. That's first off. And I just want to go back and buy a bunch of toys that I couldn't buy when I was a kid. So that's pretty much how I would do that. And we just do that. Mr. Dark Phoenix's opinion on a Goku vs. Superman battle. It's the stupidest thing ever. It got to the point where it was like the Goku fans were so blinded by their love for Goku that they couldn't see when he can be defeated. Don't get me wrong, if you love a character, you love that character with all your heart. But at the same time, to transcend to that level of fan, you have to know when your favorite character can be defeated. And that's what I think everybody was like. Everybody was mad salty at the death battles, and I was like, well, that's what happens. Superman's a god. Like, there's nothing that Goku can ever do to compete with Superman. He can have, like, god form level 100,000 whatever, and it still wouldn't come close. So, that's just my opinion on that. All that came from JT Tucker. Really good fan. I love him to death. Next question is from one of my good friends, Nathan, also from high school. Marry, fuck, kill, Doomsday, Thanos, or Batman? I guess I'm gonna fuck Batman since he's the only human on that list. Fucking kill between Thanos and Doomsday. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm gonna marry Thanos And I'm gonna fuck Doomsday. I'm dead. But if I'm married to Thanos, he'll bring me back with the Infinity Gauntlet. So that's that's how we're gonna do things. Because that's how it's gonna work. But all of those were from my personal Facebook page. No, those, no, yeah, that was my personal yeah, personal Facebook page. Now we're gonna move on to Twitter. LV Cerebros asks, how would I do a Teen Titans / Young Justice movie? Preferably with Dylan Sprayberry and Nathan Kress. Because I had already put a video out that Dylan Sprayberry should be Superboy. And me and her both agree that Nathan Kress should be a Robin of some kind. So, and I voted Tim Drake. So, but I would basically make the Young Justice movie in, like, the third phase of DC's movies. That way you've already had 2 full phases to fledge out the adults, and now you've got a new phase starring the kids. Not like the tagline for the show was like sidekicks no more. They can do their own stuff. They can hold their own against stuff. I would just capitalize on that feature of what they do, but I would change it around to inspire kids and teens today. You know, like, just because you're the shadow of somebody doesn't mean you have to stay in that shadow. You're your own person. You're your own individual. Yeah, you might be a Batgirl or a Supergirl or a Kid Flash, but you're still your own persona. And that's how I would use the power of that movie franchise to love and inspire the whole damn teen world. And finally, from my Facebook fan page, Jonice, love you too. You already know how I feel about you. Am I going to play Resident Evil 0 for Halloween? I don't know. I might play it earlier than that. Normally you guys know on Halloween, now that I can stream, I stream like a horror game on Halloween. Me and my friend Lindsay played Five Nights at Freddy's. I'll put the card to that so you guys can see that. It's really funny, trust me. It's one of the funniest gameplays I've ever done in my life. But I'll either play it before Halloween, or maybe I'll play it on Halloween. If you guys want me to play it earlier or whatever, let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you all so much for all of your awesome questions. I love to do Q&As. If you want another Q&As, let me know on social media. All my links are in the description bar below. If you want, comment a question down below, and if maybe I'll do another Q&A really soon. But thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. If you haven't already, please hit subscribe, like, give me a big thumbs up, share with all your awesome friends, and always remember that through good times and bad times, we're going to geek out and enjoy your lives, and I'll catch you guys next time for another great video.